This is a Harper Guys production.
The Harper contains foul language and adult material. If you are easily offended and thin-skinned, you should hit the stop button now. And if you are not a complete idiot, let's get this party started.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy?
You know, but good luck arguing that in court. Let me get down to brass tacks.
Listen, let's get down to brass tacks here. How much for the ape?
Jack, let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
Are you hating on Neil Diamond?
Holy fuck Neil Diamond.
Our dream of deathmatch is going to come to fruition, and my golden ticket is going to pay off. Hoo-ah. Don't you fucking hoo-ah me, motherfucker.
I want the ability to time travel.
Dumb. This is stupid. Welcome to the Harper, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jake. With me, as always, my co-host, Adam.
That's right.
Welcome back. It's been 6 or 9 weeks.
It has been another long chunk of time, but you know what?
Summer's over. Time to put your winter coat on.
Time to button it up a bit.
Let's start recording some shit.
Yeah.
We
know all of you missed us.
Right.
We had no excuse. It's just the way it is right now.
Right.
And we've got 100 episodes in the toolbox, so we don't feel horrible. Like there's shit you can listen to.
Right.
We know all of you haven't listened to it all.
But to our fan club, it's good to see you. We're glad
It
to
is.
be
The
back.
Hateful Eight. What's up?
Love you guys.
What's up?
What's up?
Before we get into the topics,
Pow, pow, pow.
you got anything you want to update? You get off your chest?
I don't know.
It's not in topic land?
I don't know. Is there anything I'm supposed to update the people on?
No.
I don't think so. Like, things are just kind of cruising along.
I've got a couple updates.
We're going into fall time. Like, I'm ready to keep going to football games. I'm ready to keep going out to the woods.
That's an update you can give me. Were you up in Detroit?
Yeah.
When Goff went off, but they still got the L?
I did, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but the person that I took with me decided about 40 minutes before we got to Detroit that they were going to eat 40 milligrams of fucking weed gummies. So the second quarter was super fun watching them sleep. I really enjoyed that a lot. You know, in a 48-45 game, you shouldn't be able to sleep, you know?
I didn't know it got that high. Only thing I saw was the fantasy points for Goff.
Yeah. It was a stupid fun game with lots of points being scored, and the Detroit fans are great. I love being a Detroit Lions season ticket holder. I know it sounds funny, but it's a wonderful venue, which you're going to see pretty soon with me, and it's going to be super fun. But their fans are different, man. Like, you think that the Ohio fans are used to being kicked around, especially the Cleveland fans, like, are used to the fucking hard days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Detroit's another level, man. Like, they're just different. Like, these people have been beat down so long that they just, like, kind of congratulate the other team. And like,
have they?
Yeah.
The Lions fans, yes. But, I mean, Detroit's had some winners.
I'm just saying, but Lions fans in particular.
Yes.
I mean, they've had some winners, but they've also had the Pistons not winning championships and, like, looking terrible.
But didn't they have, like, the Pistons won, like, 4 out of 3 or something? Or 3 out of 4?
No. They won 2 back-to-back.
Was that all?
And then they won the one with Rashid and all those guys where they won 1 championship. And those are the only 3 championships they have. 100%.
Prince.
100%.
Yeah.
Tyshawn. Oh, yeah, all those guys. Super fun. Ben Wallace, Rashid Wallace, Team Wallace. Love those guys.
Yeah.
So
guaranteed.
So yeah.
Not always.
No. So it's fun, dude. Detroit's a good time when it comes to football, and it's
good.
It's one of the best places ever to watch a game, and it's reasonably priced.
Plus, you can watch in your T-shirt all year long.
Right, because it's always 75 and sunny at Ford Field.
Awesome. Love that. So
What's going on with you, dude?
Well,
Update us.
It's just kind of some simple things.
Hold on. Are you going to give a PSA tonight, or we just going to go past that?
Let's do it.
All right. I didn't know. I just wanted to. I
You didn't remind me.
It's been a while, so I
If-
want to make
if-
sure I let you lead with it.
If you don't lead this horse down the path, I will stray off,
Right.
apparently.
If it bleeds, it leads, right?
So, welcome to the #1 Common Sense podcast in the universe. We went from the world to the universe, just like that.
I think that's due.
We've just expanded. Episode 106. Visit us at theharperguys.com, and I'm being recorded now. There, you can also find our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube links. You can also find us everywhere podcasts are found. If you have ideas, complaints, or just want to say, what's up? Email us at theharperguys@gmail.com. So anyways, before I was rudely interrupted.
So enough about us.
Enough about us.
More about you.
So, I'm a middle-class type guy.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I mean, we're not rich, we're not poor, we're just in the middle. But always, if you're in that realm, you tend to, most of the time, try to find ways to cut corners a bit.
I think that's rational.
I mean, I still change my own oil because I want to save about $40 a trip. That's just me. But anyways, for years and years, we have been on this grandfathered Verizon with only 2 gigabytes of data. Now, that's not fucking much. You can fucking do that in a hot minute with videos.
Right, you do one fucking movie on Netflix.
It's gone.
Yeah, you better be on the Wi-Fi, bro.
So it's been that way for a while. Now, I have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old. So it's been difficult. They like to do this shit now, but they were like my son. He's like, I never use it. I only use my phone when I'm at home. It's good. I'm like, you're a saint. Now my daughter, she's playing all the games on her iPhone with her friends. It's just data's going. Doo. I get notifications all the time.
Wait, on her what?
On her iPhone.
Okay.
That's why it sucks. The data.
I really appreciate you raising a fantastic child.
Yeah. So, long story short, I've been just recently all these advertisements about unlimited data for $50 a month. Oh no, it was for $25 a month per person or 30. I forget what it. $30 I think
Per line.
Verizon and Spectrum's offering this.
Okay.
So I'm like, but I've looked into this before, and every time I've looked into it, they want you to buy a new phone or something to get this deal. Or, you have to buy this phone to get this deal, whatever.
Yeah.
And it just never works out. And then I see this, I call them, or I get online. I don't even call them.
Okay.
Fuck that. I've got so many phones in the last 5 years, and people still go to the stores. I don't go to the stores. I do it all on fucking the web. I never speak to anybody, and guess what? They show up the next day or the day after.
Sure.
Anyways, I'm doing this all on the computer. I don't tell anybody. And all of a sudden, it says, what your new bill is going to be. It was like $212. What your previous bill would have been, it's like $236. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, Verizon is telling me that what I just did saved me like $18 a month, and it's going to be unlimited. So I called my daughter over, the 16-year-old. I said, look. She was, get out. Slapped me real hard. We got unlimited. I said, yeah. And then the house went fucking crazy. And then, so you've talked about Spotify on this show numerous times. Now,
it's the best.
We didn't ever subscribe to it or anything because I'm like, it's stupid because we're going to kill our data now.
In no time.
But we don't have a limit anymore.
Oh, did you get it?
So now, I mean, literally minutes after we did that, the wife loves Spotify, but she's never had an account.
Oh, God.
She's only listened to it at home, but she wants to have this traveling playlist.
Yes.
So I look at it. My daughter doesn't want it because she's got the iPhone, and she's got all of her iTunes music that we've.
Don't get it confused. Are you talking about Apple Music or iTunes?
No.
They are not the same thing.
It's iTunes.
So she's bought it all.
No. I have ripped all of her music and put it on her computer, and then she put it on her phone.
Right.
This is back when we had to do things like this. And I would get the music.
Before last Thursday.
No, literally like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I just said.
So I literally went from this change. I spent like the first week. I spent like 16 hours on grabbing all these songs.
Yeah.
I don't even have a playlist. Check this out. I just did all the like songs. I just went through all. I pulled off albums and albums from all these bands, and I like songs or I like the whole album. So I just have this liked song, whatever, icon, and it has all the songs I liked, which is every single song that I picked. So it's like, I don't know, it's tremendously amount of songs. At some point, I'll put them into a playlist, but I'm not going to do that till I get everything I want, right? It's going to take a while. So anyways, it's been awesome. I bought the thing where you can get 2 subscribers for like $16 a month. Yes. But now, if you remembered my math, I saved $18 on Verizon. So this is just, they're paying me for Spotify.
You're paying for house money, dog. Like you're on it.
So that was kind of fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the world of Spotify.
Yeah.
Who isn't paid for this sponsorship yet? So,
but yeah, well, I listened to Spotify for a long time without paying, but she hated it. She's like, every 30 goddamn minutes I gotta listen to an ad. Not anymore.
Right? Not anymore. I don't ever listen to ads.
No. Gone.
Ever.
Poof.
Ever.
And you can fast forward and all that shit as many times as you want.
Always.
Works 100% of the time, all the time.
Right. 60% of the time. Works every time.
And then.
But wait.
There is more, and I have not done this yet. I was waiting for a specific time, but I have the dates.
Oh, God.
I know you're not a Verizon guy.
Nope. Not at all.
But.
My phone's absolutely Verizon.
Yeah, but it's through work.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not be throwing stones here, bro.
I know these things. I was in the IT.
Just because it's through work doesn't mean it's not Verizon.
What I'm saying is you don't care about the bill as much as I do.
That might be true. Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
So,
yeah.
I mentioned Spectrum was offering that thing.
The spec.
The same fucking deal. Now, that does end October 31st, so I must act fast if I want to.
Does it? Does it end October 31st? Or is that when Christmas fucking
I don't know.
deals start?
Probably. But they're offering the exact same deal as Verizon.
But
no taxes or fees. So that $212 that I was telling you about, or $216, it's only going to be $120.
Are you going with Google?
No, listen. Spectrum. Spectrum's in, but I was going to do this a while ago too, and a couple of our phones weren't compatible because they had to be like the most updated. Well, now I just got my just got my son a phone for his birthday just a few days ago. He's up to date. I'm up to date. So I'm thinking about seeing if I can make this move and saving another $100.
So you didn't have to enter into a contract?
It's all monthly with Spectrum.
But we're not talking about Spectrum. We're talking about Verizon.
No. Verizon doesn't have contracts anymore. What they do is they contract your phones when you buy them. So the phones are outrageous. $1,000, $600, $800. So what they do is you buy that phone. Used to be you'd get like a discount. Now they don't do that anymore.
They prorate them.
Now it's just you pay for the phone. They give you 24 to 36 months to pay that phone off.
So it rolls right into your bill.
It rolls into your bill.
Gotcha.
So that would be the only way my Spectrum bill would go up, is if I bought a new phone and had to add it to the cost.
Gotcha.
Which I do have that in the. See, that could be my hang up because I've got 2 phones I'm still paying for through Verizon. But sometimes they do offer, we'll pay off your shit for you.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, that's my news stories.
Okay.
There was probably one more, but
I don't know.
no one wants to hear that.
Like mine are just highlights. You know what I mean? I killed a giant 10-point already. Like deer season just started. Like the 4th day of deer season.
And I'm not going to joke. When you sent me that, I'm like, well, he's done already. Great.
Well, I killed a giant 10-point. I couldn't believe it. In September still, September the 30th. So it was fucking awesome.
The biggest one on a property.
Biggest one that's been taken out there.
You hear that, Moonshine?
That's my first one. No, but like we tease and joke. Like the running joke is this. Like he'll tell me like he's like, yeah, that deer is fucking incredible, But like if you look at his top 3 deer, like they stack up against any of the rest of ours. Like he might be the lead in the clubhouse. It's real close. He's got 3 of them that are all pretty fucking slick.
But we're not talking about the top 3, are we? We're talking about the number 1.
What? This is the number one on the 53. Now, Tad has one that's real close. It's like the biggest of all of the deer to date has always been Tad, and this is like it's going to be right there with it. So
Now, the only way to truly know would be to weigh these things, right?
not weigh, score. So there's a way of scoring deer that you use.
So are you talking about the rack, or are you talking about
The rack.
the size of the deer itself?
I'll tell you,
the girth.
I saw Tad's deer when he killed it, and I saw my deer, obviously.
Because I'm talking about, like, weight, how
Right.
big it is.
They're in the same range. I mean, dude, this deer is fucking ginormous. Like, there's no two ways about it.
But you're talking about rack size.
But the rack size is where the score is.
I understand that.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So it's going to be close between me and Tad.
I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. Because you say a huge deer.
Yeah.
You're talking about the rack, and I'm talking about the
Everything about
mass.
it. Right. Everything about this
the body
Everything about this homeboy is huge, though.
was. Now
Yeah.
he's ground up into deer anchovies.
Right, which I got to go pick him up. Which another thing, though, I got to tell you, man, like that's part of like being good people that are involved with good people, man. Is fucking Bob, right? Bob was home.
Can you give Bob a shout out?
Fuck, dude, Bob the Butcher, man. If you are ever in Northeast Ohio and you need to have some shit chopped up, this is your guy. He's cool as the fucking day is long. He does a great fucking job, and it's not gonna break your bank account to get it done. So if you don't know how to chop up a fucking deer your own, this guy will do it right.
I'm going to tell you what. I've been with Jake to drop off and pick up or whatever a couple times. And every time we go to Bob's garage, which is where his little butcher shop is, It is like a party going on. I mean, it's not that. It's not like boom, 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 you know. But I mean, there's a lot of people there. They're all hanging out. They're just watching him chop meat.
Yep, he chops meat like the other guys hop in and help him ground up the burger and stuff. He's got a walk-in cooler. He's great. So I texted him as soon as shit went down. You know, I'm like, "You gonna be home? Because I got a good reason to come see you." He's like, "Yep." He fucking fell asleep in his garage, but his dog was out there with him. So when I pulled in, it started barking and woke him up. So I thought that was pretty badass. He waited up until 10:45 for me to show up with my deer when he was ready to go to bed. So
I mean, the nice thing is he can literally walk out his back door and he's at work.
right, but still, like,
Yeah. Oh, it's still
but he could have told me to fuck off and come tomorrow.
correct.
You know what I mean? But he didn't, which was pretty badass. So I will tell you one other thing that was kind of cool is, so most of you, if you don't, you won't know this, but you kill a deer, especially when it's a little bit warmer out, like it obviously is. It's not 25 degrees right now, right? You want to get ice in it as quickly as possible. So
and it conveniently fits right in the cavity.
it's amazing how well those 7-pound bags fit in there, isn't it? It's so weird. But no, I stopped at the Duke right there in Butler, the little town, and I went in and I grabbed my ice and stuff and a bottle of pop and came back out, and there was an old guy. I mean, this guy had to be in his late 70s, probably early 80s, somewhere around in there. He's standing out there and he's like petting my deer's head, and I'm like, "Hey fella, how's it going?" He's like, "That's beautiful. That's a beautiful animal." He's like, "I'm assuming you took him?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Congratulations." He's like, "That's just I'm happy for you. Like that's a beautiful
But
thing."
he's out there petting him.
Yeah, it was kind of a
It's
weird.
one thing to admire.
Like, I didn't give a shit, but he was old. Like it wasn't like he was like, "I wonder if I can throw this in the back of my truck." Like he
Right.
would like it was a weirder moment. Like it was definitely cool to where I was like, "Thanks, man. Like that's pretty awesome."
You should have said, "If you need a moment, I'll be in my cab. Just knock on the bed when you're ready for me to leave."
Right? Should have just held my arm out like I'm awesome too. You
You want to pet me?
want to pet me or how's it gonna go?
Got some.
Yeah. So I did that. I got to listen to my song, which is a running joke, but like got to listen to the song I listened to every time I kill a buck, and then I ran down to the other place that we always grab a bite to eat when we kill our buck.
Oh, nice.
And these motherfuckers didn't have any food. It was too late. They were all done.
Oh, it's in the evening.
Dude, it was almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So I talked to the lady for a minute. She was real nice, and she sat there and bullshitted with me for like 8 minutes while my fucking sandwich was in the oven. She made me a fucking sandwich, popping hot, fresh out of the oven.
That's small town hospitality.
Now, I think you know me well enough to know that I appreciate things like that. So I sat there and talked to her, and I asked her if she was hungry for an Italian sub, and she said she was thinking one for the ride home. I said, "Why don't you go ahead and make one, throw it in there behind it, and put it on my bill? I appreciate you taking the time to do this for me. This is kind of a special thing that I do, you know." So she did, and I was glad that she let me buy her a sandwich, and
Oh,
it
good.
worked out really well. So
That's good to hear.
I know that's a big way to go, but you ever kill a 10-point, you know that's not Tuesday. You know, like that's every great fucking once in a while does something like that actually happen. So
Oh, yeah.
it was fucking cool. So I'll save
Hoorah!
I'll save the details of the entire thing for some time when we're having the hunting show just talking about.
That'll be next month.
Killing
or next
things.
week.
Right,
Whenever
well-
we get to it.
Well, you're about to go down. I mean, you're up next, man. Like, we got to get you the fuck down there.
I'm talking about the show.
Oh, the show.
This show. Well, if I
right.
kill one, we'll do the hunting show. How's that?
So ready for that.
Let's do this.
Let's pick a topic.
Let's talk about real quickly. Let's not get too deep on this because we know it's a shit show.
Okay.
Gas prices.
What about them?
I have a little note here. If they stay high, electric cars may be trending upwards. What do you think?
No chance.
You don't think that's why the gas prices are so high?
No. Fucking no. What? That's not anything. The gas cars had dick to do with what's going on with this pricing. Dick.
I didn't say they did. I asked.
No, they don't have any. So, no. What's going on is like there are refineries that still aren't up and running. They have shut basically all American production down. Everything is being imported, and Russia is basically tired of everybody's bullshit
Because Biden's a douche.
about them being fucking cut off. So like they keep pushing the number higher and fucking higher. That's basically what's going on right now. OPEC can't do anything about it. And what the companies like Chevron are actually saying is they're like, look, bro, we're not going to take a less profit as part of a humanitarian effort. Like, y'all are creating these problems because of the way your government are running things. With that being the case, if you stop fucking doing this, we're happy to bring the prices down. What do you want us to do? And you can't fault them for that. Like, why should they cut their profit in half? Because they're being hamstrung on the entire thing.
But you know what's weird though? You're right. You're 100% right. You knew that. But the weird thing is, in the last 2 days, prior to the last 2 days, it's been up and down a little bit. It's been around 340s. It dips down to 330s. And then it get up to 360, but then it would go back to 340. You know, it's been doing that for about a good month and a half. And then all of a sudden,
30 cents.
every single place I've gone by, near Cleveland and back home, $3.99.
$3.99, dog.
But I mean, it's never been that consistent.
But I
Why
mean-
is it $3.99 across the board everywhere right now?
I would say that that's the number that people know they can get. Like they know it right now here. Like it's fucked up. I don't know what to tell you. You know?
No.
It's fucked is what it is. And the electric shit, dude, here's the thing. I don't know how to explain this to people in a way that they're going to understand it, but I'm going to fucking take one more try at it. It's the last chance I got. There's no other way to explain this. Electric cars, in theory, are fucking awesome. I am super pro having an electric car that makes sense for the entire country, right? There's a few giant fucking problems, though, that keep this from making it, okay? Your range. What's the top range right now? 700 miles? Pretty sure that's top range for all
Why
the...
would you need more than that?
Okay,
My truck only goes...
that's a one-off. That's not everything else. So if you're ever going to travel across the country, you can't do it.
No, you have to know where the charging stations are.
Even at that, though, your charging station isn't going to bring you back fast enough. Unless you're driving, like, you can
I
drive
don't know. I've been doing some research. There's some charging stations that do 600 miles per hour.
Okay. I'm telling you, like...
So if you hung out for a half an hour, you'd have 300 miles.
I'm telling you, for the widespread, it's not there, and it's not happening.
Now, I would not want to sit at a gas station for an hour to get my 600 miles back.
Right. There's so many fucking problems with all this shit. Like, the other thing that's fucking going
But
on is...
you get back home.
But the other thing is, too, so take a cell phone, for instance, right? To where you have your cell phone for, let's just say, 3 years. That's a pretty long time in our society to have a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
At the end of that 3 years, what's your charge like versus when it started?
Exactly the same.
Your ass hurts and you fucking know it.
No, yeah, it's not nearly as good.
Same problem. The more you charge, just slowly shrinks down. To
Okay,
where, like,
can we pause there for a quick second?
Sure, man. Like,
But they are coming up with newer ways to charge things.
Okay.
Like my son's brand new phone that I just mentioned, it actually it starts to, and I do know that the cars do this as well. It starts to understand his pattern, and when he charges it, it knows he wakes up at 6:10, and it will slow charge, and then it'll right till like a half an hour before he gets up, and it'll quick charge. So it will literally get to 100% or close to it by the time he wakes up.
I get it.
So that way it isn't fucking the battery up.
I get it. Mine does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But that still fucks the battery up.
Over
Like,
time.
You charge and charge and charge and charge. They don't have a replacement plan for this yet. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Free information. The most expensive part of an electric car is
The battery.
it's not even close either.
Yeah.
So the one thing you're going to have to fucking replace on this thing someday is the first thing that's going to go out on it. Like, these are the things that they have to get this kind of shit fucking tightened up. They've got these fucking the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen the Tesla emergency vehicles? So if you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere and your car runs out of juice, through Tesla, you can call and like they will send somebody out to fucking charge your shit no matter where you're at, right? They're all gas powered. Every fucking one of them. Every one of these fucking things is fucking gas powered.
Yeah, you don't want the fucking...
Dude, come on.
No, but listen, you don't want the charging car to
What
run
are we
out of-
doing? This is stupid. This whole thing, like,
No, you have to understand.
get the
How
infrastructure,
could
get the infrastructure in place.
No, listen.
Get the technology in place before you try to go commercialization on something.
I get it, but think about what you just said. You can't send a charging car out to charge another car because then you wouldn't have no battery to get back.
Unless you have a whole different unit in there. That all I'm saying is the funniest fucking part is you have to use a combustion engine to get out there to charge the smart fucking car.
Well, and that's
Come
why,
on.
That's why for a while it's not going away.
Now, that being said, gas needs to fucking come down. At some point, we need to get out of this fucking issue that we're having with fucking China and fucking Russia. Be the fuck done with this. If they burn fucking Ukraine to the ground, let them. I'm sorry. Maybe that's not the fucking popular answer for right now, but it's the fucking answer. This is not our war. We don't fucking live in either country. We didn't start this fucking war on behalf of either country. This is one of the few times you're going to find something that we should not be fucking meddling in at all.
Right.
This is not, like, whether you think it's right or wrong is not what we're talking about. It is not our fucking place. It's like watching your buddy and his wife have an argument. You might have an opinion about who's right and wrong. You sure as fuck ain't supposed to give it. Right? This is not our fight. And I would challenge anybody that thinks I'm wrong on this, tell me why, on for what side.
Well, I mean, they have stopped really pushing this like they did when it first started.
What,
Like
the
I
whole
don't
Ukraine
hear,
thing?
I don't hear anything about Ukraine anymore.
No. But it's still a problem because
I
of
know.
what we're doing with gas. Like, this is the number one gas. And I don't know if you realize this. I mean, you do realize this because we talked about it, I think, on the last show. The food that is impacted by Ukraine.
It's horrible.
It's fucking all of us. Dear government, can we please stay the fuck out of this? You know?
Yeah.
Can we please? I mean, I don't, not to sound crazy, but can we please get everybody in Florida, you know, like power again before we send any more money to Ukraine? Maybe.
Amen.
I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I digress.
Well, the one thing I do want to mention about the electric cars, and you are 100% right. They do need a better infrastructure before, but they got to start somewhere. I mean, you can't really fault them for. It's going to be. This is still in the infancy stage.
True. What I fault though is when you get a fucking politician that walks up on there and they're like, "Oh, you don't like the gas prices? Just buy an electric car."
But he's right.
No, she is wrong.
Well, listen, people don't live long term. They will tell you. They will tell you. The experts. Humans don't live thinking about tomorrow. They live about thinking about today.
I do.
Not all the time.
Pretty close. Unless I'm eating or taking a dump.
Okay. What I'm getting at is, I busted. Remember, we did a whole thing where I put how expensive Elon's cars were.
Yeah.
I went through and
Yeah.
the dog days of fucking the Harper and I fucking bashed the prices. I'm like, why are these things? They should be more affordable.
Yeah.
But how much you save in gas right now is why people are doing this. I mean, you might spend $70,000 on a car, but you're not putting $90 in it every week.
Yeah, but you could spend $20,000 on a car. You know how long it takes to put $50,000 worth of gas through a car?
At these prices,
20 and 50 equals 70.
$100 a week.
Okay, $100 a week. So that's $5,200 a year. You want to do the math on the difference of 50,000? That's 10 years, bro. You're not gonna even have that fucking car in 10 years, unless it's the Matrix.
The Matrix is still thriving.
It is. It's crushing it, dude. Still going. I love it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't hate the idea. I love the idea of electric cars. You talk about something I love the idea of an electric autonomous car. Like, tell me more.
Right.
Let's make this fucking happen. All I'm saying is to be putting laws in place at this point in time that are going to be restrictive to people when you don't have a technology that's actually ready for the fucking masses. It's not just stupid. It's bad fucking politics, and it's really fucking bad policy.
Yeah. The company I work for, I should say the guy I work for, his son.
Wayne Enterprises, isn't that who you work
No,
for?
his son, who is pretty much my boss anyways, because
Yeah.
he works there and
Sure.
runs the place for the
Sure.
most part. But he just got a Tesla, and one of the things he said is right now. I mean, he just literally just got it. He's had it for a
Just.
couple weeks.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet looking.
Cool.
But he was talking about it like we were at Top Golf. They took us out to Top Golf for one Friday night, and
Sure, that was terrible.
it was horribly fun. And we could see his Tesla way down there, and he had only at that time he only had like 3 days or 2 days, and he said there's actually a feature where I can call it, and it will actually work its way to the front door. He goes, but I'm too fucking scared to do it. I don't blame him. Can you imagine just seeing your car like smash into a bunch
Ding,
of
ding, 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 just running
and
off.
it is like brand new, right? So yeah, you don't want to do that.
Try it out like on the country first, like
Yeah.
in somebody's house where there's a little bit of room.
No fucking steel shit.
No shit.
But then he said he was talking. It does have autonomous, like autopilot, but once again, doesn't really trust it. He's tried it a little bit,
You can only go so far with it.
and
It's not full.
I'd rather have my hands on the wheel.
Yep.
I said I don't think that I would take my hands off the wheel, even if it was auto. I just would be like letting the steering wheel kind of coast.
I don't
to
give
my
a
hands.
shit. I think I mentioned it on the show. If not, I'll say it again. During a recent ride home from a trip to Indiana, I went an hour and a half without touching the steering wheel, just to see, and it kept me right between the navigational beacons.
Now, was it fading left and right like you were drunk a little bit?
Some, but not much.
Yeah.
Like on like a big curve, like it would a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like it would kind of like bounce you in, bounce you out, and then like straighten you out. You know, and then like you'd go and you'd feel it just work you back a little bit, and then work you back a little bit, and then work you back a little bit. Like it's awesome, dude. Like don't get me wrong, I was sitting like this the entire time, like. You know what I mean? But like, I gotta see what the technology's about. Like, is it that good? Is it gonna do what it says it's gonna do?
That one commercial where they're going,
Right?
and I'm like, don't promote keeping your hands off the wheel.
Right.
Don't
I'm
ever
not,
do that.
Like, somebody lost their mind, like in legal,
oh my god!
So, anyway.
Don't do the "We will rock you" chant.
Right. So anyway, that's what's up with gas. Hopefully they stop fucking around with it pretty soon. Like gas should come down.
Gas. We should be self-reliant on gas. Thanks again, Biden. We're not.
Energy independence. It's a great idea. Hopefully we get it back at some point.
2024, we'll get it back.
Here we go.
All
Next.
right, let's get into stupid rules in sports. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I've been drug into this a little bit, and this is why we're doing it.
Stupid rules.
I've had some other friends text me and say, what do you think about
X.
the shift in baseball? Now, I know he's a lot like you. And
Whoa.
as a coach,
That feels
No.
really, really
no,
pointed.
I just know because you have told me you do whatever you can to win a fucking ball game or a fantasy game, whatever. If you're the coach, I should be able to do the shift, right?
Yeah,
And I know that's what you would agree with.
I would.
That's what he agreed with. And I said, well, I agree. If you were the coach, you should be able to do whatever you want to do to win the game. I get it. Minus hitting a trash can when you know it's going to be a breaking ball.
It's different.
It is different. But where I was coming from when I said I'm going to be glad the shift is gone.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the shift coming and going?
I don't like it. I mean, what's the line? Are they going to put a dot on fucking second base and like one of your fielders has to be on the other side of it to where your third baseman, they're going to stand right fucking beside it.
Right.
Whatever the line is, if it's the edge of the fucking
Right.
base, they're going to stand right fucking beside
That's
that.
what,
Like,
I didn't bring that up to.
they're going to take it to the edge.
I didn't bring that. I'm going to just say Jeff, Big Jeff. I didn't bring it up to Jeff that's what they're going to do. They're going to go over and stand inside second base and just stand there. It's still the shift.
The other fucking problem is the fact that you're going to start changing the game because this is something that's gone on for generations. This isn't new.
The shift is new.
No.
Dude, they never.
It's more than 20 years old. If you look up the first time a shift happened, I think it was 1986 or 1987. I'm pretty fucking close.
Okay, I'm not saying the first time it ever happened, but I'm saying when it became mainstream and everybody was doing it.
All I'm saying
it's
is
not
that-
been 20 years.
Oh, I guarantee it's probably closer to 30. Like for real. Like I'm not like this isn't me fucking joking. Like we can look this up and actually have the discussion about it. But I'm telling you, dude, it's been that long.
Dude, when this started to really become a thing, it was like late 90s.
Okay, that's 25.
Okay.
That's how old we are, dude. Like,
I know.
That's still 20. All I'm saying is this: if
I would even almost say early 2000s.
but that's like saying like, okay, look at a football game. If I have a fucking tight end on this side, that's like saying I can't shade a linebacker because I've got a fucking tight end over here. You got a guy that pulls the fucking ball.
Okay.
Why would you not play to the pool? When you got you got a pitcher that throws fucking rockets, you fucking choke up. Like it's an adjustment in the game.
I agree, and I actually am two-sided on this. Listen,
You shouldn't be.
The first part, it pisses me off
Go
that,
Oppo.
that major league hitters don't adjust to the shift and go oppo.
That's opposite field hit, just so you know. So if you're right-handed, instead of hitting
And-
every fucking ball to left field,
Or-
you push it to right.
Or you learn how to bunt. One of the two. You have a base hit every day, or all the time, and then they'll quit doing it. And then you can go back to regular whatever. But the theory that I don't like about the shift is since the shift has become a mainstay, and it's like it's a ridiculous shift. It used to be just kind of a little bit. Now it's like you have 3 guys. Sometimes they'll even leave the whole. I mean, I've seen a guy on the inside of second base, and that's the third baseman.
Well, right. That the third base. Well, I haven't seen him that far, but I've seen the third baseman like at tight short,
Right.
like to get a throw.
Yeah.
They're covering the bag.
But what I don't like is it's the integrity of the game. I don't like.
You're talking about the wrong fucking game, though, dude. You're talking about spitballs and steroids, and there's a million things in this
I'm
game.
talking about
And-
batting average.
and Joe Jackson and company.
Batting average.
I'm sorry, like not in baseball, dude. Baseball's pass is so checkered. Like you can't use that portion of it.
What portion? I like batting averages. I'd much rather see everybody at their position, a few 320 hitters, and not this 260 and 28 home runs. I think it makes the game. And the problem is you want at some point a younger generation to start fucking watching baseball.
They've done a good job though of making it more watchable. Like they've sped the game up quite a bit. If you ever sit down and actually watch it compared to what we fucking dealt with as kids.
I never had a problem with how long the game was. Matter of fact, I enjoy a fucking long game. Maybe I'm the oddball out here, but
That's your inner Australian.
No, when I would go to the fucking opener, high fives if it goes into extra innings. We get more baseball.
It's called bonus baseball. It's a joke for a reason.
Okay, let's just roll into that one. International tiebreaker rules. Do you like that?
What's an international tiebreaker?
You have not been watching baseball for 2 years. I can tell.
I watched the playoffs.
In an extra inning game, the last out is automatically placed at second.
Oh yeah. I don't like that at all. I
Now-
don't like it at all.
It is interesting because it does keep the game moving.
No.
That's why they're doing it.
They're cheap manufactured runs though.
They are cheap, and you need to earn it in extra innings.
The problem I have with that is you can execute 2 plays
Mm-hmm.
perfectly and record 2 outs and score a run.
Now,
Where the defense and the pitcher have done nothing wrong.
I agree. I agree.
I don't like that. Because if you tried that on a regular, like to start an inning, if you do that 3 times, that's 3 outs and the inning's over.
I agree. I agree. But the one thing I do enjoy is if you can do it, they can do it. You should both be able to score that run. Now, the other night when the Indians,
The who?
The Indians,
The who?
yeah, and the White Sox, who I got to get out here and say this. Elvis Andrews said that Indians were going to crumble down, and who choked like Ozzie Guillen in 05.
They got fucked up, dude. Like they got their
They
asses
got
kicked.
swept. And I'm going to tell you, the very first game went like 14 innings.
Right.
And neither the Indians or the White Sox could score in those first 3 innings. And I was like, I'm pulling my hair out. Like, this should be so easy to score a run. And then
It's not as easy as you think, though. It's still baseball.
Well, but I mean, with that runner at second, it should be easy to get
I'm just saying it's still baseball. A stud in baseball goes 1 for 3 all the time.
I know.
That's a stud. I'm just saying, like, it's still baseball.
I know. That's why it's the...
If it's 3rd and 3 every time, you better pick up half of them. That's football. Yeah. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So...
But okay, so
you jacked for the playoffs or what?
Let's not get there. Let's save
whoa,
some
whoa,
gold.
whoa.
But I mean, who are you kidding? I got something on that too.
But wait,
I got something on that too, and I'm a little bit pissed off about the first playoff game, which is tomorrow
in Cleveland.
And I'll go over that
right
in a few minutes. So, what do you think about the pitch clock? Now,
I like it.
I don't know if I like it. Maybe I like it when the game is a little bit more speedier.
Too much fucking around at the mound.
But
too much fucking around. Shut up. No fucking way. Get up there. Like, some of my favorite pitchers of all time are the no fucking around guys. Like, you ever seen, it doesn't happen that often. Have you ever seen a batter surprised that a pitch comes in, it's a strike, and they just stand there and watch it?
Quick pitch. They do that sometimes. Quick
Dude,
pitches.
I love those fucking pitchers.
Who was that Chicago White Sox pitcher?
Jack McDowell.
No. Probably 10 years ago. And he was one of the fastest pitchers in the game.
Esteban Loaiza.
No, he's a white
sure?
guy. He was a white guy.
I don't know. Then you tell me. Like that's two guesses.
I'm at Bueller, not
Mark Burley.
Burley. I knew I could see the blah, blah, blah. Burley.
Bueller.
He pitched 2-hour games. So I think maybe this is what they should only try to fix. Instead of trying to do all this other shit, just make the pitchers a little bit more quicker with their rhythm.
But that's what you just said. And then you said you were against it.
Well, no. I guess I'm not then. See, I don't know some of these things until we're talking about them. That is one.
I love it.
So,
hey, man, don't be afraid to change on the fly. I appreciate that.
well,
That's
you have
badass.
to talk shit out.
Right.
I have an idea,
That's what we're
but if we
here for.
talk it out, I'm going with it.
I appreciate that.
All right,
Are
what's
you
next?
actually open-minded?
I'm always open-minded until I'm not. Blocking the plate. This has been a new rule. I fucking hate it.
You can't block the plate anymore?
At all.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
You can't put your fucking leg out in the way of the plate.
I'll kill you. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm sorry. I would do it.
They will call you out. The catcher.
They'll call him safe. every
Safe,
time.
yeah.
I don't give a shit. He won't be able to walk afterwards because especially if I know that he's gonna get called safe, I'm gonna take liberties too, dude. Like, you're not gonna tell me as a catcher I can't protect my home plate.
Now, they get this wrong all the time, unless I just don't fucking know, which probably means I just don't fucking know. But I think what the rule is if you, because like one guy was safe by a mile and the guy had his leg out there and they didn't call it blocking the plate because I think it wasn't a close play. Even though he had his fucking big fucking staunch out there just stopping the guy.
Fucking staunch.
But he fucking swam around it and
Yeah.
safe. But I think it's for bang bang plays. Bang bang plays which I think is just stupid though.
Huge American bang bang.
I think it's dumb.
I don't
like
disagree.
blocking. You should not be able to block the plate. I'm sorry. Maybe don't truck the catcher. Take that out. But
Nah,
You
the
should be
catcher's
able-
got to be allowed to block the plate.
you should be able. What I'm saying is, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to fucking truck the catcher, but you can slide into him.
Yeah, maybe.
But I guess if he's allowed to block the plate, you should be able to truck him.
That's what I'm saying. Right. So, like, that's where the rules collide.
Right.
You can block your fucking plate. Take care of your home plate. But if you're on the fucking tracks when the train comes through, bro.
I mean, let's get real, Dr. Phil.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
If I lost it.
Had me, lost me.
No. If give me a second. I did. Winston Wolf fucked me up.
Oh.
It's about sliding into the plate. Oh,
Are you pro or
how many? What's the big brain injury that the NFL players have?
CTE?
CTE. How many baseball players you think suffer from that?
None.
So let's fucking truck some catchers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those, like, an NFL guard gets hit like 65 times a game in the helmet. That's a true stat. Like, that's not me making shit up. Like, that's 100% real.
Yeah.
Like, so if a catcher takes one a game,
Or one a month.
right. Like, become a legend. Block your plate, own it. I feel like they should be able to just fight at home plate. And whoever wins gets the fucking base. What do you think?
Yeah.
Anyway.
What else do we got here?
Anyway, enjoy the baseball playoffs.
Yeah, we'll get on that.
We're like stupid rules.
Here's another one. Here's another stupid rule.
We haven't even really gone down the fucking list yet.
Well, I'm going down the list slowly.
Stupid rules.
These are rules that I think are stupid. I'm asking you your opinion on them. I've been watching a ton of Indians games in the last month because they've been hot. It's been fun to watch.
So we're on baseball still.
Yeah, one of the plays, guy slid in, clearly safe. Umpire calls him out. It was the 7th inning because they have this stupid challenge rule that you're allowed to challenge. You have one challenge. If you get it right, I think you keep it still.
Yep.
But that's within the 1st to 7th inning.
Yeah.
If you use it and you lose and something happens, you don't get to challenge
You're
it.
just fucked. Correct.
But this is where I believe they need to take this from football. A scoring play
Should always be reviewed.
should be so. The umpire, the guy slid in. He was safe. It was the 7th inning. The Indians had already used their challenge. They lost. The guy calls them out. They should just go look at it because it's a scoring play. That was the White Sox game that they win in extra innings. They ended up winning anyways. But that run would have won it in regulation. Dumb.
I don't disagree. That is a rule that needs to be changed.
Yeah, just scoring play.
Any scoring play should,
If it's
should
a
be
close
automatically
one.
reviewed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll catch up with that one pretty soon.
NFL. You want to go? You got any stupid rules with the NFL?
There's so many bad rules in the NFL right now. Like most people don't think so, but like the whole like you can't tackle a quarterback low. He's still an NFL player. You have to like if you're being blocked by another player and the only place that you can get is to that quarterback's thigh, that shouldn't be a penalty.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You saw, because he got fined, even though thank God he's still alive. Myles Garrett's got fined for tackling Trubisky. They said he threw his weight on him.
Bullshit,
He
dude.
did not throw his weight on him.
That was a terrible fucking call.
It didn't even get penalized.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It wasn't like that was not roughing the quarterback. Like
How can...
I can't. The other rule I have a real fucking problem with, that I have a real problem with because it's changing the game in a way that a lot of people don't understand, is that you can't fucking chop block anymore. It is fucking the game of football up. Like, because a chop block creates a million different fucking problems. And it keeps a fucking defensive lineman from being on your shit fucking instantaneously as an offensive lineman.
They illegal the chop block quite a while ago, right?
It's not. No, they had eliminated the double team block, right? To where like you couldn't high low a guy. I am all for that. Like I shouldn't be able to be engaged with you and trying to get off my block, and then your buddy comes in and just wipes me out from underneath. Like there's a reason that rule's in place, but the fact that you can't chop block anybody anymore, it's fucking it up. Like these are like some of these plays where you're seeing these quarterbacks get like super fucked up right now. It's because these guys have free run. They don't have to worry about anybody fucking coming for their fucking lower half. It's all as long as your legs get you to where you're going and you can use your hands to get around them, they're fucked.
But all they can do when they hit the quarterback, now, you know what's going to happen? It's going to become push tackles.
I don't think that you understand. Like if you say that, I don't agree with you. Based on the number of quarterbacks.
I didn't say anything.
The number of quarterbacks, like, it's not going to be push tackles. You know how many quarterbacks have been fucked up this season already?
Yeah.
Like, dudes are getting fucking lit the fuck up.
No, I know,
on
but
a
what
week-to-week
I'm
basis.
saying is it's going to turn into guys just coming, just shoving them 12 yards, and that's going to be the tackle.
I mean, maybe.
I didn't do nothing but push him.
If that's what they want, fuck them.
I mean, this is what I don't get.
Yeah.
They fined Garrett, $15,000, whatever. I mean, I wish I had $15,000 just to throw to the NFL.
Right.
But they fined him for that, and that's after reviewing the play and looking at it and being like, oh, look at that shit. How can that be? That's like, they didn't even have to fine him because there was no penalty on the play.
Ex post facto. It shouldn't be in place. I agree.
Let's put it this way. You should not be able to be fined unless there is a penalty on the...
I don't agree with that.
No?
They do miss flags on the field sometimes.
That's true. That's true.
Like there's times that you can see something.
What about Walker, number 5 for the Browns, that the Pittsburgh dude, like...
He's out for the game now.
He
For the
hurt
year,
him.
That sucks.
He hurt him, and then he fucking pancaked him. And that didn't get penalized. And the guy did get penalized, I think, for that.
I don't know. I would have to go back and watch the play.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. But, like, there's all kinds of dumb shit. Like, you want to talk about dumb? You want to talk about the worst rule in fucking pro sports is the fact that in the NFL you have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage and 4 guys off. I'm so tired of illegal formation. I don't know if you've been paying attention this year.
Now, why can't you do whatever the fuck you want?
That's what I'm saying. As long as you're behind the line of scrimmage, your center has to be on the line.
This is like
he's snapping.
the shift rule.
That's what I'm saying. Other than that, I don't give a fuck how you line up. If you want to line your whole team up 10 yards back, good luck. It's not going to go well, but do it. Who gives a fuck? Like, why do these guys all have to be on the line of scrimmage? Doesn't make any sense at all. I'll never understand it.
You know what? And I don't... The false start thing, I know that's probably necessary.
Yeah.
But should it be necessary?
I don't know.
The guy jumps a little bit early. So fucking what?
Right. You know the
None
other.
of that's just like an hour early.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like it's ridiculous. Like there's like it's just another bad fucking rule though. You know, like they got to get this shit right. Like anything that's in an illegal formation should be off the fucking books immediately. You know, false start. Why can the defense fucking shake and move and juck and jive and do the whole fucking 9 yards, but the offense can't?
Yeah.
I don't love that. I think that there needs to be like a.
But you notice some teams don't. Sometimes the center is turning his head around. I mean, you could call that a false. They don't because they're they're communicating.
But I wish that there would be like a more set piece of rules that go with that. You know what I mean? To where it's like.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
But from first down from the quarterback, then your offense has to be set. You know what I mean? He gets up to the line, ready. You know, Whatever his word of fucking choice is. You know what I mean?
What about the illegal motion? I mean,
I hate illegal motion.
you can't have a bunch of guys running around. Fucking cares.
You can't have two guys at one time. That one guy, everybody has to be set for a second before you start the fucking play.
Except for the one guy. One guy can be running all over the place.
No, as long as he's not advancing toward the line of scrimmage, though.
Right.
He's
If
got to be in the backfield still.
Right.
Yeah. I hate it. The worst one in the NFL is the non-overloading onside kick, because it's nothing but a fucking health thing, and it's like this is impacting games. Like in the NFL, it's so much easier to score now than it's ever been before, and it's so much harder now to get an onside kick than ever before. Those
Unless
things,
you're kicking it to the Browns.
I'm just saying those things don't line up though. Like, all joking aside, the numbers are so far down compared to what they used to be. It's not okay. Like, they have to find some kind of a rule around this. I don't care if you have 4th and 15 at your own 10, and your option is to kick off or do that. You know what I mean?
I got a question for you.
I got an answer.
So, if you kick the ball off,
Yeah.
it's actually a live ball.
100%. 100%.
But there's a lot of these balls where the guys, they won't catch it. It goes into the end zone.
It hits the end zone, it's dead. Unless they want to return it.
So if it hits the end zone, it's dead.
Yep.
No matter what.
Unless they want to return it.
I didn't know that.
But they make that determination real quick.
Yeah, super
like,
fast.
Like, there's zero fucking around with that decision. If they're not in position for it, the ref will call it dead.
Right.
And they totally have that right. It's all about player
I
safety.
didn't know. So, but if it didn't hit the end zone, it's a live ball.
It's 100% live. There's nothing you can't kill it unless
because
it hits the end zone.
that's
or
why
the
I'm like
bounds.
the onside kick rules. I'm like, how does this not apply
Right.
when the ball is bouncing around in the end zone?
Agreed.
And these guys are flying down there.
Right?
But you're saying when it lands in the end zone, it's dead.
Yep.
That's a rule I did not know.
Sure is. Well, it's dead unless they want to run it out.
Right.
If there's nobody standing over there beside it and it hits the end zone and
Or if
bounces,
they're walking out of the
they'll
front of
call
the
it
end zone.
immediately. Yep.
Yeah.
They'll call it every time
Okay.
because they don't want dudes getting fucked up.
My personal worst rule in the NFL by a landslide is
Okay.
the fucking overtime.
What's wrong with it?
It's gay. It's been wrong.
I don't
listen.
think you're allowed to use that term, bro.
Oh, I am. It has been retarded and wrong ever
Retarded.
since they changed it to this.
I don't understand. What's the
The
question?
rule is if the first team that gets the ball goes down and scores a touchdown, the game's over.
Yeah. You had 60 minutes
So,
to settle it. It's called
you-
sudden
you-
death for a reason.
You're depending on a coin toss.
It should just be regular sudden death, though.
I'm going to tell you what. Have you ever watched, which I'm sure you have, a college overtime setup?
If you are asking me to advocate for the NFL moving to the college system, you don't have to ask twice.
Okay.
What I'm saying is the way that it's set up now, it could be way the fuck worse.
What I'm getting at is these are pro ball players. There should never be a fucking tie in the NFL. And
I disagree.
There is nothing more fun than the way college teams settle their games. Now, if you want to keep it to like 3 and then it's a tie, but you each get to possess the ball from the 30 and then the 20, then you have to go for 2s. That's just so much fun.
You know what I wish that they would just fucking do? It's been a discussion, but they won't fucking do it. If the 10-minute overtime period is gone and nobody wins, your kickers fucking step up. You start at the 35 and you go back 5 yards of kick until somebody fucking misses.
Well, now that the Browns finally have a young stud kicker that's going to be good.
Every fucking team in the league will have a fucking stud kicker if this was the fucking rule.
Like, so this would be like penalty shots.
Right. Right.
Can you imagine? Oh, that would
The
be
kicker
fun.
being a legend, dog. You imagine your kicker is out there being a legend, like, fuck, we got double overtime again? Send out York. It's fine. It's all fine. You know? But imagine that guy. That guy's got the easiest job on the planet until he doesn't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Justin Tucker's a bad motherfucker, right? But me and my son, because he wanted.
He's a bad
How many
man.
times did these guys hit the upright? Now he asked me that Sunday before this 2 Sundays ago when Cade
Before the
York-
doink?
before he hit the doink. I said, don't ever ask me a question again.
Right? You
about
can't
the-
ask that question on Sunday?
Don't ever do that.
Fuck happened to you?
But anyways, this following week we actually looked it up on YouTube, and there's a whole montage of these guys fucking hitting the uprights. Holy shit! Tucker was on there a few times.
Right. And it's harder than you would think. Think about the size of the ball, the width of the uprights, and how big an upright is. Like, this is not, like, if the goal was to hit the upright, guys would suck at it.
Right. It's hilarious though. Guys that are hitting right to left and that ball's hooking in, If they hit the upright, it usually goes in.
Right, but if you go right to left, it bounces out every fucking time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it, dude.
Holy shit.
Right.
We actually looked up because I was telling Kate, I'm like, listen, that part of the upright that goes back is called the staunch.
Yes. Look at you.
I only know this because I couldn't remember who did it. I said, that happened to the Browns one time. The guy fucking kicked it. It hit the
Dawson.
staunch. It was Dawson.
Fuck yeah, it was Dawson.
Hit the staunch, which is
Against Baltimore.
unbelievable that it could happen because this thing is curved like this. So this ball hits this curve, and it should naturally go this way.
But it was the shape of the ball and the way it hit.
It went this way, and the umpires initially, this was a really cool thing because we went and rewatched it on YouTube. It was Dawson. Everybody,
I remember the game.
Everybody ran off.
I thought the game was over.
Romeo Crennel, so he's like, game's over. You know, he didn't have no faith in anybody. Oh no, I got him confused with.
I was gonna say I don't think Romeo was the fucking coach.
It was Hugh.
Was it Hugh?
No, it was Romeo then.
Are you sure?
It was one of them. No, it was Romeo. It was old. It looked old.
I thought it was. Who was the Jets guy before then?
No, it
Started with an M. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. The head coach.
no. The Jets guy? No.
That went like 10-6.
It was an African American.
Okay.
It was not Mangini. Mangina? No. Anyways,
Cleveland's
getting
got a
back to the story.
mangina.
So everybody's running off with but the Browns are like, it was good, and then they went and what the announcers were saying as I'm watching this is an unreviewable play. Which that's my last problem in the NFL. There should be no such thing.
Disagree.
Why?
Because there are certain.
Get it right.
Hold on. I just think that there are certain particular penalties that should not be reviewable
Okay, penalties, that's fine.
because they are a judgment call.
Penalty is not a play.
But a penalty is inside of a play.
I don't think they review penalties, do they? They used to.
A lot of them. Fuck yeah.
Well, they used to review
If you're lined up
pass
offside-
interference, but then they changed that real quick.
Right, but if you're lined up offsides and like they throw a flag on you for that, you can fucking challenge that all day long. Absolutely. If you're like you can, anything like that, you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's only a few things like that. They're like holding. You shouldn't be able to challenge holding.
Okay, well, whatever year this was, when that went through, they said it was unreviewable. But guess what the umpire did?
He reviewed it.
He went and he got his guys together and he said, you know what? We're looking at this because this was to tie the game.
Right. This is game or no game.
And it actually tied the game and they went into extra frames. I don't know if they won that game or not. They probably didn't, but
I think that was the winning kick.
no, there was a tie at
Are you
30.
sure? Which is hilarious then because Tucker won for Baltimore on a doink last year in Detroit. It went doink,
Actually-
it went doink doink and fell in.
No, it was one doink. I'm gonna tell you what that was. That was the record-breaking kick.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It came in and it hit the upright and then went in. But it was a 66-yarder.
65, right?
Whatever the record is.
Okay. I think that's right. So, I don't know.
But I mean, it's not cheap because you still got to kick the shit out of it.
I'll tell you the worst rule in all of sports. It's almost.
But you already had the worst rule in all of sports.
No, this is the worst rule of all sports, and it's almost inarguable. The fact that when you have no points in tennis, it's called love. That's not even real. It doesn't fucking. There's no logic to any of this. None of it makes any sense.
I think it does.
No, it doesn't. And the scoring goes 15, 30, 40, and then point. No, it makes no sense. Nothing about it makes any sense.
Love is like, love, you'll do better next time.
No, dude.
Love.
No.
Keep playing with me, love.
Don't make it
love.
lame.
You have love.
Don't make it lame, dude. There's no way this makes any sense in the modern game of tennis. 15, 30, 40 point. Why? Why isn't it not 45?
Okay. I don't know.
All right, next.
And my last stupid rule in
God.
baseball is happening tomorrow.
What does that mean? Are you bitching about the playoffs? I don't care. I don't care what that says. If it's a complaint about the playoffs,
No,
I'm not going to hear it.
It's time frame.
What about him? You're talking about why is there a playoff game at noon on a Friday? Why not? Who gives a shit?
Are you kidding me?
Who cares?
In the world of prime time and selling money and who was
You don't think there's going to be a primetime game tomorrow night? 100%, bro.
my Indians play at noon, 12:05 tomorrow.
Right. So for you, instead of complaining about it, you get to see the Indians and still make it to the high school football game this week. Ta-da!
Fuck the high school football game this week. I want to watch
This guy.
in my living room.
This guy.
My Indians kicking the fucking Rays' ass. I will tell you, though,
Yeah.
I was a little worried
Yeah.
because prior to the Rays falling apart,
Yeah.
they were going to get Seattle. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not worried about the Indians doing well in the playoffs. But,
You're going to have to fuck with the Yankees at some point, bro.
well, listen.
Houston's the problem.
We just played Seattle a few weeks ago, and they fucking swept us 2 times.
Right.
Who's the guy they got from Cincinnati, the pitcher?
Holy shit. Castillo.
He's
Castillo.
He fucking
He's on fire.
Kicked our ass.
Dude, that dude's on fire.
So now we don't have to play Seattle at all. Yes, you're right. If we get through the Rays, which we should, we go to New York. Now I'm gonna tell you,
You'd much rather have New York than Houston. Let Seattle and Houston battle it out on the other side.
I'm not saying the Indians are going to get past Houston, but what I am going to say is this.
Oh, but the Yankees, dude. You get to go back into the Bronx.
But what I am going to say is this. If there was ever a nemesis for the Yankees, it is the Indians. Now, that doesn't mean that the Indians, I don't know what their all-time record is. All I know is the Indians have handed them their worst loss in history in Yankee Stadium one time.
Wasn't it 22-0? 22
22 to zip.
Yeah.
And that was in my lifetime.
Right. Mine too.
Omar and who was Pronk was on the team, and Westbrook back in those days.
Yeah. The good news for you is that this team already hit their big moment.
But I'm going to tell you what. When now that they have these buys, I've seen it before, and I'm not saying it's going to work this time. But when a team is rolling, and like the Indians, and they just roll through the playoffs, and then they get to the team that was on, had a few days off, and they're a little bit cold.
Happens a lot.
And then they just roll right through.
Next thing you know, they're down 2-0.
Right.
Right. Yeah. No. If there was ever a Cleveland team that I think really has a chance,
It's just what I'm saying. It's lining up
this
well.
team just kind of feels like there's a little bit of a don't give a fuck attitude.
Oh, a whole bunch.
At the same time, you have a good staff. You have that one guy in fucking Joe Deli that everybody looks at with fucking adoration. Thank God that dude gets to go back to the playoffs.
Jose.
The question is, like, where does he rank as far as like stars in Cleveland right now?
Well, we haven't talked about the newest star that came to town.
He hasn't even played yet.
Oh, yeah, they played one game. But there's a preseason game they played.
Oh, you're talking about the Cavs?
Yeah.
No.
Donovan Mitchell.
That's not this. That's
Oh,
not this.
you're talking about Watson. Dude, that's exciting.
It's exciting, but it's also still creepy, dude. Why do we got to have the rapist? Like, why we got to have him?
What do you mean we?
He's local. Like, we got to root for him.
I have no problem.
Like, let's go
Do
Browns.
you think those Pittsburgh fans had a problem rooting for their rapist?
No, but here's a question for you. If we're going to stay on that line.
Yeah.
You ready for that this weekend?
What?
First start of the rookie quarterback in Pittsburgh. Okay. All right.
Hey, you already said this about Mitch. They're going to love Mitch.
Right, and they did until it was time to change. He made it to the 4 weeks. It's time for the rookie.
Listen.
I'm just letting you know going in, bro.
I thought that Pickett would be better than Mitch.
And he is so far. Like, he looked really good last week.
Well, he didn't win him the game.
Almost. He came off the bench, fucking threw a couple touchdowns, 10 for
Brissett
13.
almost won us the game. I tell you what.
He's 1,000 years old and should win every game he starts.
Listen.
He's the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Well, so.
Your Browns suck. You should have kept Mayfield.
Good God.
You know the only thing worse than Cleveland Browns is the Bears offense. Jesus Christ, dude.
Let's talk about Mayfield for a second.
Those guys couldn't fucking score.
Holy shit,
Jesus.
suck bags. He's got he went over to Carolina.
With studs, dude.
And he's got studs.
3 studs.
He's got a running back that's every bit comparable to Chubb.
No, he's not. Not right now. Maybe in years past, statistically. I'm talking right now, dude. Chubb is one of the best 3 running backs in the entire fucking league right now.
Okay, I don't know
that
if
kid
you
is
watched
running away from everybody and running through the guys he can't run away from.
Okay, Chubb is the greatest running back of all time. That's undeniable. What I'm saying is, well, behind 32. We'll put him second behind 32. But
those guys are both miles behind 34, but that's
I'm
fine.
going to tell you what.
34 is the
him,
man.
You watch him run, he runs like Jim Brown. I mean, literally, like if you squinted your eyes, it almost looks like the old plays.
Like he's groping women while he's running, or like how's that work?
Anyways, that's the quarterback. He's not.
Oh, sorry, wrong guy.
Yeah.
Same team, wrong guy.
What I'm saying is the very first game, Browns, Carolina, McCaffrey looked fucking pretty good.
He's a stud, dude.
But you're telling me he's not any good.
I didn't say that.
What I'm saying is Baker has a pretty good running back. Well, I'll say top 10 easily.
Top 5?
Probably 5.
Dude, he's the man. I'm not hating on
what
McCaffrey.
I'm saying, he has a stud running back like he did in Cleveland way better receivers than he did in Cleveland. I'm gonna tell you what. Number 2 makes well, yeah, but what I'm saying
That's his name, Moore.
Cooper in Cleveland makes Landry and Odell look like fucking dog shit.
That's wrong.
No, it isn't. He fucking.
If you want to go back and watch these games together, I will take the Coke challenge on that guy any day of the week. Cooper's killing you. Cooper cost you the fucking game against the Jets. 100%. Nobody talks about it because it was all in the first half. Dropped a wide open fucking touchdown, dropped a wide open fucking third down, and then fucking fumbled on a fucking fourth down near the end of the game. No, dude,
these
he's
guys
killing
haven't
you.
been playing together for years.
I'm just saying, dude, Cooper, for what he's getting paid, bring it home, bro. Make the fucking catch every fucking time. The dude's making $15 million a year. We have one job. Catch the goddamn ball.
He won the game for him.
Would you
2
make
weeks
these
ago.
excuses for Beckham? You wouldn't. Don't make excuses.
Do you know why?
$15 million a year, catch
when
the fucking
Beckham
ball.
or Landry would catch the ball, which I used to love Landry, but whenever they would catch the ball, you're so worried they're going to get a fucking taunting call. Guess what? When Cooper catches the ball, he gets his ass
is
right
half the
back to
time.
the fucking half, gets his ass back to the huddle, just like Chubb. They fucking next play. Let's go.
The real thing that you have is two badass running backs and a tight end that the entire league should be paying attention to.
Njoku's a fucking beast.
Don't get me wrong. I think that, we've talked about him. I like him on a fantasy end of things, but I don't think he's ever going to be consistent enough to be considered with those top guys, which is sad because he's the fucking man.
Who?
Njoku.
I don't want him to be front news nationwide.
Because you don't want to pay him $18 million a year at tight end?
No, because I don't want everybody to know about him. Let's keep him quiet.
He's that good, though, dude. He's so big.
He is. He's in the back of the end zone. He's kind of like doing this, like just throw it high.
Like, I'm 6'8", motherfucker. Give me a shot.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. So
good.
Yeah. So that was my gripe. I don't like the fact that the Indians are playing at noon tomorrow. When
You'll get over it.
If they want to make money and sell more tickets, but it's the MLB. It's not the Indians.
Did you get the email about the seats that were available for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it was standing room.
But
Oh no, I got many emails and I was looking at tickets for what. And you know what was available was Sunday. Sunday's available, which isn't guaranteed, and the seats were dirt cheap
really?
for Sunday because it's not a guaranteed game.
So if you buy them and they don't play the game, you're just out the money?
I don't know what
I don't
happened.
think that's true.
Maybe they refund you, or what would probably happen is they would keep your money and say you could use it for next year's tickets.
Probably.
They're not going to give you your fucking cash back.
Yeah. I didn't like that though. $69 was is the cheapest fucking seat in the house.
See, when I went to Sunday, it was like $69 got you down like third row in the good section, like right past the dugout.
Yeah, I believe that. But I didn't love that when I
But
saw
I didn't
that.
want
I
to
was like,
spend.
come on.
I didn't want to spend $140.
Right.
And then the Indians sweep them.
Well, good luck to you, man. I'm definitely rooting for the Tribe in the playoffs this year. Should be a good time.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Should be a good
I
time.
hope so.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Next.
Cheating in sports. Well, we won't stick on this one too long, but it's difficult to remove the tarnish. And when I say that, I'm talking about the Astros. But then I started to think about something.
Oh God, are we gonna have to have an argument tonight?
No.
All right.
What was my thing? Let's talk about some other ones. So I just on my phone I get
Rafael Palmeiro.
these
A-Rod?
weird notifications about things, and one of them was cheating in poker, cheating in chess, and cheating in fishing. Now
Have you seen this?
they put weights in the fishes,
It was here. It was in Cleveland.
and this is not the first time I've heard of this.
But
Though,
this is like the biggest scandal though in the history of like competitive fishing.
because it was like worth like $250,000 or whatever.
Right. And these guys were dicks too. Have you seen like all the ins and outs?
No.
These fucking assholes, so this is there's 3 different fishing events, right? To catch as many walleye in Lake Erie as you can, right? So they won the first 2 events, right?
Yeah.
They were on an interview afterwards, and the one guy was like, winners just win. That's what we do. Literally, that's what he fucking said. So when they actually got caught, I love this. One of the tournament directors actually was there when they were weighing the fish, and he looked at the fish because he knew his way around Lake Erie, and he was like, this is not accurate. And they were like, what? They're like, 100% not accurate. No way. So they called all these directors up. They made a decision.
Saw the one guy just sliced them open, pulled the weights out.
Yep, one at a time. One of the guys, as soon as they made the decision that they were going to fucking slice the fish open, literally ran through the parking lot, got in the truck, and locked the fucking door.
Can they be prosecuted?
So technically, no. because it's not an organization that has any kind of governance. That's
But I bet they're banned from a lot of tournaments.
from like everything for life, like instantaneously. But they really can't do anything about any of the other shit. Now the problem is that they're going to deal with is going to be the backlash as far as like people that finish second and third at these other tournaments that should have finished first and second.
You mean wherever these guys were at?
Want their prize money.
Well,
right. So we'll see. But yeah, I love that you saw that. So tell me more about what you know. And
that's all I know.
I didn't mean to bogart it.
I just no, you didn't. You know more about it than I do. But the fishing, poker. I just saw something about poker.
Who was cheating in poker?
So televised shit.
Okay. Somebody watching it on TV and calling it in?
Buzzing.
Oh, like the old school, like in casino, where it's
buzzer,
like touching their leg?
A buzzer to where
Wow.
if you get buzzed, because some lady won on a shit she shouldn't have. Normally she would have folded, you know, or normally you would have folded.
Yeah.
And she stuck around. Then I won miraculously because she got the buzz. Those poker shows should never be live.
So it's like the movie Casino. You can have your money or the hand, but you can't keep both, right?
Right. Chess. I looked up how this guy. So this one chess master.
You can keep talking. Like we might have to chop this out. I got to piss so bad. I'm gonna literally fucking die.
Go ahead.
Sorry, bro.
Boom, boom. Let's crack our second beer. By the way, this show is brought to you by Miller High Life, motherfuckers.
It is the high life. Sorry.
That's okay. If we leave that in, it's just the way it is. Well, I will definitely anybody that watches on YouTube will definitely see that because we can't edit the YouTube.
Correct, Amundo.
All right, so
Welcome aboard. You didn't even notice I wear a Browns hat.
I did.
I thought you would appreciate that on some level.
I do appreciate it. I do.
It's the best $6
I
I've ever spent in my life.
I was gonna say I actually like
That's a
it
good
too.
$6 hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought.
Does it remind you of like 1984?
No, it reminds me. My birthday's coming up.
Oh.
All right.
It's not.
I
You
know.
just had your birthday.
I know.
Like 3 months ago.
What I was getting at is I like it so much. Buy one for me.
I like it a lot.
Chess. Apparently, there's a chess engine, but I don't like. So this
A chess engine?
that tells you like what you should do.
Oh.
But so these two guys are like sitting here like you and I, and they're playing chess, and the one guy was accused, this grandmaster chess guy, of cheating, and then they wanted to know more about what he's thinking, and they said he's using a chess engine, and I'm like, well, how? Or is that like something in his ear? Somebody's doing some moves and sending him some shit. I don't know. So, however, he's cheating. A lot of cheating going fucking on.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we got baseball, we got steroids, we got Astros, we got the payroll. This is why I wasn't going to complain about the Astros.
Okay.
As much as I fucking hate the Astros, and a lot of baseball, fans, traditional fans don't like them because of the cheating scandals. Purists. How can we hate the Astros when Major League Baseball forever has been letting teams technically cheat by having the biggest payrolls?
I'm a San Francisco fan. We're one of those 5 teams every year, and I still hate it.
But you know what I'm saying, though? How can we hate the
Right,
Astros banging on a trash can when the MLB lets New York, L.A., and all these other huge just spend
Boston, Philadelphia,
spend
Houston.
as much as they want, and as fans, we're okay with it.
Right? Ish.
I mean, we don't like it,
It's revenue sharing, though. Makes other people happy.
but do they really revenue share?
Yeah, they really do revenue share. That's a real thing. But the problem is that you end up with teams like the Dodgers that have all-stars in like 7 of their 9 starting fucking positions.
Well, I just don't understand. So these other small market teams, their choice, decide they don't want to pay the big bucks and they're going to get the money, but then they still don't use the revenue sharing to pay the big bucks.
No shit. They do it to break even.
They're doing better than breaking even. Trust me.
Okay.
You're not going to be an owner of a sport because you're breaking
There are
even.
a lot of major league teams that have lost money year over year. 100%.
And I'm going to tell you what, you put me in as a marketing director for a team, I will make you some fucking money. And guess what? You'll have seats in the stands. They don't know how to fucking... They make shit too expensive for families to show up. They do.
Somebody's running an algorithm, though, that tells them that it's the way to go.
And okay. Podcast. Common sense podcast.
I'm not arguing with you, bro.
There has to be some point where we say,
Right?
do you want people in your seats so you can pay players, or do you really not care?
This logic is brought to you by your cousin from Boston.
Boston. Your mom from Boston. All right, so that's it.
love
And
it.
lastly,
Warbucks interrupts.
for cheating, we're sticking on baseball. Congrats, Aaron Judge, AL champ.
But
No, listen, hear this out. We don't care about Barry and his steroid 73.
Judge got busted with fucking PEDs years ago, dog. There ain't no part of the 62 that ain't fucking tarnished. If you think that 73 is tarnished, then you need to pay attention. 62 don't mean dick.
Anyways.
Oh, here we go.
What I'm getting at here is
These people.
we got a guy that hit 59.
Ruth,
Ruth. A guy that hit 60.
Gehrig,
Ruth.
and Gehrig. Gehrig hit 60.
I don't think Garrick ever hits this.
Yeah, they did in the same year, Doug.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
He didn't hit 60 because Maris was chasing Ruth, not Garrick and Ruth.
I have to look. I'm pretty sure that's
I
not
guarantee
accurate.
it.
Okay.
Then you got
Either way,
Maris, 61.
Right.
Now you got Judge.
62.
What do those guys all have in common?
They suck.
They play in probably the most false stadium in all of baseball.
I don't know what that means.
It's small.
But Judge is right-handed.
Doesn't matter.
No. It matters in that stadium. The lefties kill you. The lefties kill you in Yankee Stadium.
The whole stadium is smaller than most. You get to play in it 81 times a year.
Have you ever seen Houston Stadium?
Why do you think they're?
Tiny
Yeah.
by comparison. Like, it's
Not
ridiculously
compared
small.
to New York.
No. Compared to the rest of the league, though. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, I think they're number 2 or number 3, like, smallest stadium in the entire
We
league.
compared the actual numbers. Now, I don't mean actual. When I said the on-record numbers, that's probably better. We compared the on-record numbers to the Progressive Field. We'll call it the Jake, to Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
The Jake was 320, 325 to the corners, 409 or whatever 406
center.
to center.
It's the power alleys, though, that get you.
Yankee Stadium says 315. I bet you if you took the measuring tape or measuring wheel,
Boston's not even that long, though, is it?
well, on one side,
On both sides. Short with a giant wall, short with a short porch.
yeah.
Fenway's tiny until you go to center.
See, that's what I was thinking, that the Jake has a 19-foot wall, but it's also at 325.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, your wall is way different than the other ones.
Yes.
Like, if you ever look at Fenway, it's almost shaped like an egg.
Well, they ran out of room. They stuffed that.
That stadium in there.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go to center, it's long.
Right.
Like, you got a fucking Pokeball to get out of center at Fenway. But if you go to either corner,
Yeah, Pesky's pole is
a lazy fucking fly ball is a home run there.
Well, the it's like the field just goes right to the foul pole.
Right. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So I don't know, but wouldn't you think that there'd be more record breaking home run guys out of Boston than the Bronx?
But they've never had one of those guys, man.
They have.
Who?
Ramirez for one.
But Ramirez was never going to be a 60 home run guy. He's the guy that was going to hit 340 while hitting 35 home runs.
Yeah.
But like there's a huge difference in Ramirez and a lot of these other guys. Like, because that dude hit for average all the time. He didn't give a shit. He would rope one in the center field on a beautiful base hit just because that was the pitch that was offered to
Because
him.
there was no shift.
I'm going to go this far. Like, I feel like, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong, I think that Manny Ramirez is the best hitter of the 90s with the exception of Bonds. As far as pure hitter, I'm just saying,
No.
for me personally, he's the only guy that I would say is a better pure hitter. But Ramirez, as far as a hitter goes, fucking in fuego.
He was. I think he's still one of
Power
my-
average, and he kept strikeouts down too.
He's-
Like most
he-
people don't even realize that looking at him. That dude always had like super low strikeouts for hitting with all the power that he did. Plus his fucking RBIs. What do you have? 160 the one season?
a lot.
158.
Well, he
something
was
like
chasing. Or maybe he did get the record. I can't
That? No,
remember.
the record's 190. Hack Wilson.
Yeah.
That's one of those records that nobody knows, but it'll never be caught. 190 RBIs for Hack Wilson in a major league season.
Name it like Hack.
Right. Hack.
But no, Ramirez in my book is by far one of the greatest hitters of all time.
Right, but especially in that generation.
Yeah.
Like that dude could just straight hit. Like he was Tony Gwynn with power.
Right.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
I wish he had never gotten caught.
It doesn't tarnish. How many guys got caught? A ton.
Right. Judge.
So that's it.
Judge got caught. That's your entire list. Just don't
No.
Recapping the NFL.
Yeah.
Cheating in sports. What else do you want to go with?
Let's recap the NFL. We already did cheating in sports.
Weeks 1 through 4. What do you think so far? Who's going to win the Super Bowl right now?
I have no fucking clue. I
If
think
you
it's
if you had to pick though, if you had to pick a team in the NFL right now.
the Browns.
All right.
I had
Are
to
you looking
pick
for
a team.
action? If so, I know a guy.
I mean, it's way too early to tell.
Is it?
Yeah.
You want to place a $1 bet?
It's not going to be Pittsburgh.
You can have.
I can tell you that.
You can have the other 31 teams. I'll just take one team for $1.
You already know who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
The Detroit Lions.
Nope. Kansas City. 100%. I don't know if anybody's watched them. This team's different. This team's built different. Everybody's riding Buffalo. Ride Buffalo. Ride
You were
the
riding Buffalo.
I was until I watched 4 straight Kansas City
I
games.
remember these things.
Guess what? They're still going to be right there. If you don't think that Buffalo's going to be there fucking dancing at the end, sorry, they're going to be. This team's a problem. But I'm telling you what, this Kansas City team, dude, Mahomes is better than he's ever been.
Well, he has to be. He doesn't have number 10 running around like a crazy man.
Right, but the fucked up part is like they're letting him be better now than he's ever been, and then they're going to bring a Tyreek Hill back in. Like this team has so much money in 2 years.
They're going to bring a Tyreek Hill back in.
They're going to grab him another fucking giant top flight super fast wide receiver, and it's going to get nasty.
But he's a different super fast wide receiver. He's like, I don't know. He's just different.
He's lucky that he has his clone playing beside him right now. I don't know if you realize this or not. They might end up being the greatest wide receiver tandem we've seen in the last 30 years.
Clayton and Duper?
They're so much better than Clayton and Duper. Dude, Hill and Waddle. Dude, Waddle can't fucking guard him, dude. He's so fucking fast and he's slick. Catches everything.
That's something we should talk about real quick. The Tua experience.
That's really fucked up, man. I'm really fucking disappointed in the NFL with the way this whole thing has fucking gone down, man. This
When
guy is
they
amazing.
showed-
He's amazing.
They showed him walking, and then all of a sudden he collapsed.
Right, and then they let him back in the game, and now he's fucked up.
Is he fucked up?
Yeah, dude, he's gonna miss at least 2 weeks and maybe more. And like, there's people that are saying that like he should retire and like not come back because
That's
of how
what I
bad
was
his
thinking.
concussion is. Like this concussion is like no fucking around, like brain scrambling shit. To where like they're talking 2 to 4 weeks. Reality, there are people like in
But
the
when did that
organization that are
concussion
saying-
happen?
So it started in the last game,
Right.
got fucking blasted in this game.
That hit didn't look that bad.
It's just the way he fucking hit though, man. Like that's the thing about it. Like it's like watching the Earnhardt crash. There's way
Yeah.
worse looking crashes in NASCAR that
Right.
don't kill somebody. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. I'm not like I was watching the game the week before when he got fucking murked.
Yeah.
100% legal. There was nothing wrong with the way he got hit. Like it was a totally legal play, but it fucked him up to where it's like you're gone for the rest of the game. You're probably not playing next week, bro.
Yeah.
Like he came
Shouldn't
back.
have.
He came back in the second half of that game.
Why did they allow that? They fired that guy.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Too
I'm not a
late,
fan of it.
too
Like,
little, too late.
And the thing that, like, this is where I get super fucking frustrated. The NFL goes through these rules to where they're trying to protect quarterbacks to the 10th degree, but then you have this rule that doesn't fucking protect the quarterback, which is exactly what all of these other light fouls that end up being 15
Sorry.
yards and a free first down are doing.
If you're walking and you fall down
Yeah.
and cannot control your body movements, you should not come back. You should not be evaluated. You should be sent to the hospital.
Right. If you do the chicken dance, you're done.
Jesus
There's no more
Christ.
coming back. Now, that being said, if that dude gets right here in the next month and comes back for the last even 6 or 7 games of the season, this is not a team anybody wants to fucking see in the playoffs. This Miami team is fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I'm just saying, that whole fucking...
I'm not saying you're wrong.
who do you want to play in that division right now? The Jets? Are the Jets that have beaten Cleveland and Pittsburgh in back-to-back weeks? Is that the team you want to play?
All right, the Jets shouldn't have beat Cleveland. Let's just be real.
You gave it away. But they outplayed Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you watch any of that game.
didn't.
Dude, it wasn't even like they came up with, like, 2 big plays. Like, they outplayed them the entire game.
Now, the only thing I do have to ask you is about Mitch, because you were really high on Mitch. What happened to Mitch?
So Mitch's game management didn't work. Like, I thought that Mitch was going to come in there and do what he has always done, to where he's going to throw 65% completions. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, still all-time record holder for the most pass attempts in the NFL without having a pick six ever. So, like, he was always the guy that avoided the big fucking mistake. And I thought on this Pittsburgh team, with the way they run the football, the fact that they've got guys like Watt on their defense, he was going to come in and he was going to play really well.
So why aren't they running the ball very well?
Because Harris is hurt.
Oh, I thought he's hurt?
Oh, dude, he's hurt. He's playing hurt. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of a fucking Liz
Good,
Frank.
because I got him going up against me in another league.
Good luck. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Liz Frank before, but it's a stress fracture that will happen in your foot. But basically, like, it renders your foot, like, basically fucking useless. He's been dealing with this for like a year and a half now, instead of just getting it. Because if you get Liz Frank, you're out at least a season, maybe longer. Like, if you get the Liz Frank surgery, to where this guy is not fucking trending toward being a fucking 10-year back in Pittsburgh. It's not going to happen because of his foot. Right.
That's too bad, because he's a stud.
Dude, a stud's a stud.
That's so too bad.
Right. Like,
here.
Like, that dude is fucking filthy good.
I know.
Like a problem.
And I'm glad he has a problem. Sorry. I don't like the Steelers.
Yeah. So, like, that's what's going on. So, I think that they're making the right move with bringing in Pickett. He is a much more dynamic guy. Like, he's going to throw that ball. And
What is he going to be without a good back behind him?
What do you mean?
You need a good running back to be successful in the NFL.
He was fine last weekend. Like, the thing about it is he's not afraid. To where, like, you have two...
Young, dumb, and full of beer.
Right. You have 2 big wide receivers on the outside, and Deontay Johnson and Claypool. Homeboy's going to throw it up.
I'm going to tell you what, those guys are being dropped left and right. Maybe not Johnson, but I see Claypool getting dropped left and right.
So
I'm like,
stupid.
No, they don't have nobody to throw to him, but maybe they do now.
I'm going to tell you what, the worst thing that's ever going to happen to him, I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen to everybody else that's doing that, he's going to be one of those guys you watch. His numbers aren't going to be great in Pittsburgh. They're going to end up fucking getting rid of him. And
Who? Claypool?
Mm-hmm. And he's going to go...
He's a Notre Dame guy.
It doesn't matter. He's a Notre Dame. I'm not talking about Notre Dame. Don't mean shit, because Notre Dame has all kinds of guys that have gone to the league that weren't fucking built to be NFL players. That didn't cut it. Like, we don't have quarterbacks for shit.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you like him because he's Notre Dame.
No, I like him because I think he's really fucking good.
I thought he was really good too, and I'm waiting for his numbers.
You got to see it. You got to see it like 1 year though. 1 year that him and Ben were in love with each other, and what happened? The dude was uncoverable. He fucking destroyed you guys twice.
How tall is he?
Huh? He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Is he really?
Dude, they call him Mapletron because he's from Canada. And so instead of Megatron, he's Mapletron. That's a great fucking nickname.
But he's a wideout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking monster. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's one of
I
those
don't
guys.
understand how Johnson got to be so good over there.
Oh, dude,
He came out of nowhere.
Because he's a ninja with fucking soft hands.
He ain't doing nothing, and he's all throwing his hands up. He's all
Well,
like what's his face?
Antonio Brown.
No,
he's just like Antonio
the
Brown.
running back, Le'Veon.
Who just
Worst move of his career, holding out.
He also just knocked out Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah.
Knocked Adrian Peterson the fuck out.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I don't know. It's one of those things that who cares?
No. Le'Veon Bell can throw a punch.
But who cares?
I'm just saying. It's good times. So
I mean, that's where we've come. Our old NFL stars.
The only thing that's more disappointing than Le'Veon Bell knocking out Adrian Peterson is Justin Fields in Chicago. That might be the only thing.
Why is that? What is going on?
God damn, dude. I don't even know.
You told me he...
I know.
Savior!
I know. I've been dialed in the whole time, and like I drank the Kool-Aid. You know, like this guy looks good.
He looked
good.
great in the preseason game.
All 3 of them that he played in Fuego. In the first fucking
wait, is it
the first NFL game? He looked amazing.
Who was the guy for the Cleveland? We've talked about him before. There was a quarterback, but whenever he knew he was a starter, Holcomb. Whenever he was a starter, he couldn't do shit. But when it didn't matter,
right?
He was beautiful.
The man. Yeah, and that's what's fucked up. I mean, because Fields, even the first week against San Francisco, I don't know if you realize this, San Francisco is now 2-2 and just has fucking destroyed 2 really good teams.
How about that?
Dude, San Francisco ain't no joke. And I knew it.
But how about that quarterback situation?
Dude, Jimmy G! Love that dude. I love him. I've been pro Jimmy G this whole season. Fuck Trey Lance. Like, this team is like Super Bowl good. Like, Jimmy G's going to win.
But how do they treat Jimmy G that way?
Because he's hurt all the time. They remember that one season that Jimmy G hurt his foot and missed 13 games, and they won't let it go. They fucked up, dog. Like, the best thing that they ever got was the fact that nobody would pay for him. You think that Cleveland wishes they would have paid for Jimmy Garoppolo right now?
I think so.
100%. You'd be 4-0. If you had Jimmy Garoppolo right now, you'd be 4-0 for
I heard he was
sure.
coming, but then it didn't happen.
No, because you didn't want to pay the draft picks. It was a third and a fourth is what the report was.
And they gave 2 firsts away for the other guy.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm going to tell you what, though, as a Browns fan.
If you can make it to the bridge, dog.
Listen,
just make it to the bridge.
As a Browns fan, that technically we could be just as easily 4-0. We could also be 1-3.
0-4.
Nah, we beat the Steelers. Let's just
It was one possession in the fourth quarter. Let's not get it twisted.
It was an onside kick that they once again let.
I'm just saying it was one possession in the fourth quarter. It's a game you won. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for you. Good job.
Well, I mean, that is the NFL though today. All these games, a lot of these games come down to the fucking wire. It is, and I'm so glad. Thank you. I don't care if we were the only team to draft a fucking kicker. It is so nice. Now, and he's gonna miss some kicks.
I said, quit yelling at him though when he missed one kick. Like it was like I
Not me.
Instantaneously, Fox News. I got an alert on my phone. Cade York missed his first kick with Browns. I'm like, you fucking people.
Listen.
Fuck you.
I told my son, I said, listen, he's going to miss some kicks.
He's a human.
In these first couple years, he's going to miss some kicks.
So dumb.
But in the long run, when he's here for 5-6 years, he's going to make so many good kicks for us. The dude's he's going to break the record.
Dude, he's going to be a 10-year guy.
He's going to break he might be I'm hoping he retires here.
I mean, that's like, you don't draft a kicker that you ain't planning on keeping for a long, long time.
Right.
Somebody looked across the fucking road and was like, I want the closest thing to Justin Tucker I can find.
Right.
And they got him. He's got a giant leg, and he's really accurate.
And while he's young, he's going to get a chance. At one point, he's going to get a chance at a 68-yarder, and he's going to fucking nail it.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think he's going to end up having it before it's all said and done.
I hope he's the record holder because I
say the fucking least.
hate the Ravens. All right. My recap real quick on the Browns. I won't recap the whole NFL. The Browns. I guess I kind of already did. I'm okay with everything except
you should be 3-1.
the defense.
You should be 3-1.
I'm okay with everything but the defense.
Right.
What is wrong with their secondary? They have so many blown.
Lost.
They just don't know what they're fucking doing.
That's what it is. Their coverage is whatever coverage scheme they're running back there isn't working, because it's creating confusion.
So this is my question. If you've got they've got really good backs.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be quick. Why would you just play man to man instead of this zone bullshit?
Because in a zone, it typically frees up one more player to send up.
But if it's not working,
no, I don't disagree.
let's get into some man coverages. Just see what fucking happens.
You want to go crazy? How about a man zone? You know, it's a real thing. Play man on the outside, zone in the middle.
Right.
Man on the outside, zone in the middle.
But some of these middle fucking throws is what's fucking killing us.
But you know who plays that?
Kansas City.
Buffalo, New England, Pittsburgh, the Giants, the Niners.
The teams that are winning.
The teams that have really good defenses. That's what they play. Man zone. Man on the
so-
outside, zone in the middle.
So, I think there are a bunch of fake cat calls, but there's a bunch of cat calls for Joe Woods' job. I just think he needs to change some shit up.
I don't think that Cleveland should be changing coaches of any fucking time,
No.
any fucking soon. Like, people are already talking about fucking Stefanski's seat getting warm. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Amen.
Do not fucking get rid of your coach.
Not now.
It's the worst idea ever. Like, for the age of this team is right now, this team is coming into its prime.
Right.
You're going to get your quarterback back in week 11. If it doesn't happen this year, yeah, it sucks. The next 3 to 4 years is your fucking magic fucking carpet ride window, dog.
This is the get your feet wet, get to know each other year.
Right.
It really is, because he's not going to be around the whole season. But once he finishes this season, whatever happens.
Once he's the man?
Once he's the man. Once he goes through a full off season.
Even this year, though, you better look the fuck out. Like, there's a reason that you give this guy this money. There's a reason he was up 24-3 against Patrick Mahomes in a fucking playoff game 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, this, I'm not making shit up. Like, that's the fucking facts. You know? Like, this guy is a fucking winner, and he's a fucking champion. Like, I don't know if you remember the fucking national championship game. If you're bored and you want to watch some Deshaun Watson,
No, it was bad.
dude, watch his national championship game at Clemson.
I did.
He's a man amongst fucking boys in that game. He makes every decision fucking right and makes everybody around him better, which is why he's paid for what he is. Don't get me wrong. I still don't love all of everything that goes with him. I'd much rather have had Russell Wilson. Much rather. Two-year age difference? Why would you not have rather had Wilson? Proven champion. Champion's champion. Should be two-time champion.
Should be.
I'm just saying.
Beast mode!
But I'm just saying how.
Beast mode knows it should be 2.
But you can shake your head at me all you want to. If you would have gotten Russell Wilson here, you'd have been fucking doing fucking handstands in the fucking parking lot.
Because it's all I got, and I'm a fucking team player.
But you would rather have Watson than Wilson.
Watson came with a lot of fucking baggage.
Comma, but.
What?
Comma, but. And then the rest of what you're going to say.
I'm just saying, he's going to do good things in Cleveland.
That's the but right there. Hey, we're going to find out. So,
All right, lastly.
but not least. And let's go Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's now, right now, they're 2-2.
They're 2-2, but like they're not regular 2-2.
But I did look, because I had to look.
Yeah.
The points for are off the charts for 2-2.
Yeah, they're good. And do you realize that they just lost to Philadelphia?
So
who's the only 4-0 team left in the league, and it was a hell of a game.
Why were they so shitty with Urban? Because Urban was a fucking joke?
And I don't know how to tell you this the right way, but it's just the point of fact is when you have a real franchise quarterback, the difference in year 1 and year 2, light years, dog. Plus they brought him in a new actual real number 1 wide receiver in Kirk. Like, this team has more talent than they've ever had on it. And the fact that nobody thinks that James Robinson's any good because they have Etienne, James Robinson is fucking scoring touchdowns like it's his job. So Jacksonville's young and Jacksonville's good. Like, Jacksonville's a problem. I'm sorry. Jacksonville's going to turn into one of those teams that nobody wants to play. And everybody forgets that they have the number 1 pick in the whole fucking draft on their defense. On their defense, dude. Nobody even knows it.
What's his name?
Right. Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't even remember the fucking guy's name.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. But I know he was the number 1 pick overall in Jacksonville. He's a linebacker. He's like a hybrid.
You know everything about football. You don't know this
I
guy's
just
name.
can't remember his name sitting here right now. I was trying to think of it before I fucking opened my mouth, but I was like, this is too important to me for me to not drop. So
That's great.
all right, moving on.
All right, lastly, let's see. What are we at? This is a long one.
Who cares? We've been out for a while. Just don't.
136. No, it's not a record, but it's a lot. Look at this. By the way, everybody, I updated to Windows 11. Don't necessarily, I'm not pushing it, but look at that. OBS says we're recording with a little red light. How cool is that?
I'm super excited for you.
It's so fucking nice.
Adam does all the IT work for the show. I bring the good looks. I don't know.
And the championship banner.
Championship banners.
Oh, you got that? Wait, what did you have to do?
What do you mean? You put that up last time. I put this up
Oh,
before you
you
got here
want-
tonight. You didn't even know
No,
it.
no, that was here from last.
Oh, it was last show.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I've got 2 championship banners that deserve attention. How about them Avalanche? Rock Chalk
I'm just going
Jayhawk.
to start rooting for everybody that wins this next year and just bring all my banners
That's
in.
cute. That's real cute. I don't know how many old pictures you guys want from when I've supported these teams since I was a child, but I can produce them.
He means last week. He's been a child forever. All right, lastly.
You get these old fucking glasses on you and you become a douche. Like, how did that fucking work? As if you're going to make fun of my teams. You know I ride or die with my teams, man. Like, I love these teams. And, like, I've gone through the bullshit.
I have never seen you. The bullshit. Don't bring up team bullshit around a Cleveland fan.
Hold the fuck up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No. Do you really want to have this conversation?
Team bullshit versus Cleveland versus anybody else.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Pick a sport. I'll give you a fucking team. The only one you can't fucking talk shit about, honestly, is going to be my fucking baseball team. 3 and 5 years.
What
fine.
shit have you dealt with? I want to know.
So the first NFL game I ever watched was in 1985. Nobody told me it wasn't going to get any better. They've gone to 1 Super Bowl, fucking fell apart. They've gotten their asses handed to them. I had the double doink game. The fucking Bears break my heart
just
on a weekly
watched that.
fucking basis. The fucking Notre Dame is 0-3 in fucking playoff games since I've been fucking a little kid. They get their asses fucking kicked every time they fucking play one of these other
Join the
fucking
Big
giant schools.
Ten.
No, they have a fucking academic standard. They can't join the Big Ten. If you all want to join the academic standards that we have, sure, let's all fucking join the Big Ten. You'll never win another game against fucking Florida because your kids have to be able to spell cat. Sorry. Right? Dallas, you want to fuck me about Dallas? Fucking losing 3 times in the fucking championship? Twice with fucking Dirk before they finally won one? losing to fucking Miami, right? And then
Yeah.
fucking beating Miami.
We had to lose the golden child, and they had to come back before we could win a championship.
I'm just saying, dude.
The shot.
Right, I'm just saying.
The drive.
The Bears.
The kick.
The Bears. Notre
The
Dame.
fumble.
You don't even know what I've been through with these motherfuckers. Colorado has been the worst team in fucking pro hockey. If you take the last 2 years away, they were the worst team in pro hockey for a fucking decade. And I still fucking rode it out with my team.
Doesn't compare to the...
That's ignorant as fuck.
It doesn't.
Why?
You mean to tell me that all the Browns fucking shit with Art Modell leaving 2 years later, they win a Super Bowl? That's comparable to anything?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Wrong.
Just because you have had heartache doesn't mean that other fucking teams haven't. That's the part that Browns fans will
One
never...
city. No, this is what you don't get.
Your whole city.
You're spreading it around
You had the Promise Keeper,
five
dog.
cities.
The guy you hate now fucking brought you a championship. You got your chip, dog.
I don't hate LeBron James.
Yes, you do.
I hate Art Modell. I hate Paul Dolan. Those are guys I hate.
I'm just saying.
I don't hate LeBron.
You shouldn't. He won you a chip, dog.
He did.
The chip against the best team.
And he's from Akron.
I know.
Even though Cleveland's not his hometown.
Just a boy from Akron, bro. That's what we're here for. I'm just saying. See, look at you. You still hate him.
I don't hate him. I hate some of his decisions.
All right.
Maybe the decision.
Right when he went to fucking South Beach. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just don't. What we just don't.
Just don't schedule an MLB playoff game at noon during a weekday.
Holy shit. You need to call James Bay.
I'm just mad.
Come on, let it go.
Although I am
Just
going to
let
get
it
to
be.
watch the game during work, I guess, if I'm allowed.
I'm sure your boss at Google will allow this. Like, it's fine.
It's not Google.
All right.
I do have a really cool boss, and he probably will let me watch the game, but still.
Right. God forbid.
It's the fucking point.
The rest of the world is fucking dying.
I'd like to watch the game with my family. Asshole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what it all comes down
It
to.
is. How are you ever going to move the game to the next generation when your team is in the playoffs and you can't?
It's one fucking game, dude. It's one game on a Friday.
What if it's
Be glad you're here.
What if it's a walk-off win with Jose Ramirez hitting a homer?
Then your boy should see it.
You're
He'll be
right.
home from school. He should have every opportunity in the world to see it before the
At
football
noon?
game. The game won't be over till 2:30 or 3. Probably closer to 3:30 given the fact that it's a playoff
He
game
gets
and it
home
won't
about
start on time.
3:15, so he's going to miss it all.
He's going to get to see it. He can pull it up on his phone while he's on the bus because you have the unlimited plan now, which is important.
He's
You
not
know
on
what
the
I mean?
bus either. All right. Do you have a just don't?
Oh, shit. I do have a just don't. Just don't. Sit at a fucking intersection
Yes.
on your
Driving.
goddamn phone. Like, look, I am all about if you're in traffic and you get stopped and you want to check your phone in that moment, thank you for being safe. If I physically have to hit my fucking horn so you will drive, you're doing it wrong. And like, I'm sorry, I had to hit the same lady twice in the same fucking trip.
And she probably went like this.
Probably, but I was like, whatever, it's fine. I just killed a giant deer. Go fuck yourself, you know? But I was so annoyed. I was like, come on. Like, I'm not trying to ask for the moon and stars here, but like, use your goddamn peripheral vision. Like, the good Lord gave it to you for a reason. Fucking move down the fucking road. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm going to throw one more just don't
Yeah.
out there. Sorry.
No,
There's
you're
that
good.
one. Just don't put up with the bullshit from your local fucking auditor. What's happening right now is everybody in the fucking states is getting fucking letters that is saying your home value has gone up from $100,000 to $162,000 this year. As a result, your taxes are going to go up. If this fucking happens to you, do not fucking take it. What you need to do is look at your number, pull comps from your area. You have 30 days to fight this challenge. Trust me, this is something that you want to do. If you don't do this, it will cost you thousands of dollars per year. Thousands of dollars per year, just to make sure we're clear. So, when you get this letter, which you probably already have you gotten it yet?
No.
You'll get it. And once in a while, you'll end up with a county that's on like a rotating to where like 1 year they'll do it, 1 year they won't. 1 year. So pay the fuck attention. If you get one, pull comps, square footage, something that's within 2 miles of your house. Do not pull something from your road. Guess why? Because they're going to price them all the fucking same, right? So find something within 2 miles, about the same size as your house, about the same size as the lot, that's got a lower fucking value. You find 3 of those, send those fucking DBs in, boom, they lower your fucking number back down, you don't pay more taxes. Just don't put up with their bullshit.
Amen. I'm going to piggyback on your just don't
Okay.
with the driving. On the phone, weaving on the highway, just slightly. Or the biggest thing is they don't even know what world they're in. They're actually holding up traffic. They're in the left lane.
That's what I'm saying.
There's 5 cars behind them, and they don't even know because they're on their phone. And then when you get up past them, you see them, you're like, fuck you, huh?
Right.
That's what I do anyways.
And they're like, why?
What did I do?
Why are you so mad at me?
What did I do?
I love you. So, it's a good place.
My last just don't.
Yeah.
Oh. Apparently I didn't update that. Never mind.
No?
I don't have a last one.
Is that an old one?
Yeah.
Here's my just don't. Here's my last one for the night. Don't take your spouse for granted. I feel like there's still a sliding epidemic from talking to people that's coming through from the end of COVID to where there's a lot of divorces and shit that are still happening. I'm just going to tell you this. If you have a person that you genuinely love and you give a shit about, make sure that you fucking put up to fucking keep them. So, simple advice. I don't have to be fucking crazy or going on a
Did you
fucking
say
tangent
put
about it.
out to keep them?
Yeah, you fucking put the fucking effort out there.
Oh,
You got to fucking make sure that you take care of that person. If you want to
Put up or shut up.
If you want to keep that fucking person, make sure they know it. So, just my last small piece of advice. Ready to rock this fucking Casbah?
Fucking do it.
It's good to be back. We're going to be back the rest of the fucking fall into the spring. Thanks so much. Like always, look, it's been fucking crazy. It's been a rough summer. If you are really struggling with anything related to mental health, pick up the phone. 1-800-662-4357. That is a national mental health awareness hotline. Pick up the phone. There will be somebody on the other line to help you out.
Absolutely. So if you're having bad thoughts about hurting yourself or others or just can't kick that substance abuse, call the number.
Right. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Pip, pip.
Cheerio.
That was the gallows.